British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has reinforced the UK's unwavering support for Ukraine during a significant visit to Kyiv. Speaking at a hospital treating war victims, Starmer emphasized Britain's century-long partnership with Ukraine, declaring, "We must ensure Ukraine is in the strongest possible position."
This is my seventh meeting with President Zelensky. I'm here at the burns unit of one of the Kyiv hospitals, which is a grim reminder of the heavy price that Ukraine is paying here. So we must put in the necessary support. So that's what I'm discussing with President Zelensky today. We must never let up on that, and we've been leading the way. At the same time, we're signing a 100-year partnership between UK and Ukraine. This is a real statement of our intent for the long term in relation to our commitment to Ukraine. So I'm here for both of those purposes, but the main one is to make sure that Ukraine is in the strongest possible position during 2025.
In a major diplomatic development, Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron have begun discussions on potentially deploying Western peacekeeping forces to Ukraine. Their proposal aims to safeguard Ukraine's sovereignty while establishing a crucial buffer zone as part of future ceasefire negotiations. Macron has emerged as a strong advocate for European peacekeeping forces, engaging in detailed discussions with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk. However, Starmer maintains a more cautious approach, expressing concerns about potential escalation risks.
It has been, and one of the consequences of this conflict has been to draw NATO more strongly together. It's bigger and stronger than it has been, and we must stand behind Ukraine for as long as it takes. But when we say Ukraine must be in the strongest possible position, that can't be just words. And that's why I've had such intense discussions with President Zelensky now over the months that I've been Prime Minister, and will again here in Ukraine, because that is very, very important as we go into 2025. We're now a long way into this conflict.
The Franco-British initiative outlines 3 possible peacekeeping scenarios: establishing a demilitarized buffer zone along the 800-mile Ukrainian-Russian border, freezing the current front line, which would leave Russia in control of occupied territories, or positioning troops to deter future Russian attacks on Ukraine. The proposal has gained momentum, with Lithuanian Foreign Minister Kęstutis Budrys signaling his country's readiness to consider Ukraine's appeal for Western peacekeepers. This growing support comes as the conflict's human toll continues to mount, with official Ukrainian data reporting at least 43,000 soldiers killed and 370,000 wounded. Russian casualties are estimated at approximately 600,000, according to Politico, though these figures remain unverified.
We are discussing with the French side the initiative of President Emmanuel Macron regarding, as you mentioned, a European contingent on Ukrainian territory. For now, these are general statements. We support that a contingent from other countries, our allies and strategic partners, is and can become part of the security guarantees.
Against this backdrop, President Zelensky has issued stark warnings about Europe's vulnerability without Ukrainian support. During his recent visit to Warsaw, he emphasized that Europe's current defense capabilities pale in comparison to Russia's vast resources and manpower. Zelensky's warnings carry particular weight in Poland, where presidential candidate Karol Nawrocki, backed by the Law and Justice (PiS) party, has expressed opposition to Ukraine's NATO and EU membership. Nawrocki insists that historical grievances, including the unresolved Volyn massacre, must first be addressed. Zelensky cautioned, warning that such skepticism about Ukraine's NATO membership could leave Poland defending itself alone against Russian aggression. Zelensky urged European nations to strengthen Ukraine's defenses and accelerate military production to counter Putin's expansionist ambitions. While Zelensky remains open to peace talks under strict conditions, doubts persist about Russia's sincerity. US President-elect Donald Trump has advocated for increased European support of Ukraine while proposing controversial peace deals involving territorial concessions to Russia. Critics argue such concessions would undermine international law and encourage further aggression. As the conflict continues into 2025, European leaders face mounting pressure to make crucial decisions about peacekeeping roles and defense commitments. The Franco-British peacekeeping proposal represents a potential watershed moment in Western military involvement. The stakes could not be higher. Zelensky's warnings underscore that supporting Ukraine is not merely about defending one nation, but about preserving the security of the entire European continent against Russian expansion. With peace negotiations uncertain and the scope of Western military involvement still undecided, Europe faces a defining moment. Will it embrace a more active role in Ukraine's defense, or risk the consequences of inaction in the face of Russian aggression?